Robert Fleck needs just one more FA Cup goal to equal a Norwich record, but despite scoring 18 this season, he hasn't managed a goal in his last 5 games. And 5 matches without a goal now, too, for Alan Shearer. Southampton's top scorer also has 18. He travels to Czechoslovakia with England on Monday. Also in that England squad is Matthew Le Tissier. He returns at number 7 after serving a one-match ban and replaces the injured Mickey Adams. Otherwise, it's the side that won at Main Road on Sunday. Southampton's only defeat in their last 15 games was here at Norwich in the league, and they haven't let in a goal in their last 5. Which doesn't bode well for Norwich, who failed to score in their last 4 matches. They recall club captain Mark Bowen in place of the injured David Phillips at number 11, and at number 10, Chris Sutton, who's just 19, keeps his place in attack. So referee Gerald Ashby from Worcester gets this replay started, and there's a good atmosphere inside Carrow Road as these two teams play for a place in the semi-finals, a place that must be settled tonight, and an offside decision already against Shearer. Southampton unbeaten in their last 10, 4 wins and 6 draws. Norwich have lost a bit of form in their last couple of league games, and that's Ian Butterworth with the free kick. It's forward by Woodthorpe. There's Fleck, and a chance here for Sutton. Oh, that would have been a whirlwind start for Norwich City, and the 19-year-old Chris Sutton, who's made a big impression in recent matches, goes close in the first attack. His father used to play here at Norwich. In fact, his father, Mike Sutton, was a roommate of Dave Stringer, the present Norwich manager, in their playing days, and his son Chris just drove that across the goal. Shearer, Cockerell, Dowie on the right again. Shearer moves central, so does Le Tissier. This is Hurlock. Shearer got his head to it. Cockerell's coming in now. Shearer again. Norwich not clearing first time here. Le Tissier. And a corner off Mark Bowen, says the referee. Collision has left 2 Norwich players stunned, Polston and Fleck. Well, this was a moment of anxiety for the Norwich defence because they couldn't really get the ball away, and Southampton had them pressed on the 18-yard line. Eventually, when it came towards Le Tissier there, it was Bowen who hooked it out. Oh, it's gone right in! And somehow they scramble it clear, and it's a free kick. But Le Tissier bent one in there that fooled everybody, including his own players, I think. They've had so much joy with the kicks up to the central defenders, and Le Tissier here curls it right in, and Mark Walton sees it come back off the bar. And then there was an infringement in there, a Norwich player was fouled, and they escaped. Now Shearer, who made the challenge, I rather believe that injured Polston, is being booked, and that's really bad news for Shearer, because if that's a yellow card, as it is, that caution takes him into the area of possible suspension. The points and the matches will have to be assessed, but Shearer could find himself in danger of missing the semi-final if Southampton win. Hurlock. That was Goss. Newman for Norwich. Sutton. And tangled up there, Newman and Horn. Hurlock. Shearer. Ruddock. This is Le Tissier. Cockerell puts it inside to Horn. Sutton. Fox. Good play by Norwich. Sutton again holds the ball up well, the 19-year-old. Finds Fleck. Oh, it's Newman! Fine save by Tim Flowers from Rob Newman. There wasn't a goal in the first match, but we've been close to one 3 or 4 times already tonight. Flowers, a goalkeeper in form, foils Rob Newman. So Norwich have the corner now. Fox, back to Woodthorpe. Played it a bit short, but here's Fleck. That's a great turn by Fleck. Oh, and all the way across the 6-yard box, and nobody able to turn it in. Exciting stuff from Norwich, and Robert Fleck has been lively in this opening period. Woodthorpe wasn't given a great deal of chance, but he got his foot to the ball. A lovely turn by Fleck, pulled clear, and the shot fizzed across the 6-yard box. You could almost call it a cross. Benali. Shearer. Foul by Bowen. Tissier to take the kick. Ruddock comes forward again, so does Moore. Oh, Paulson's clearance, and Cockerell, corner. They were diving in front of the shot, the Norwich players. It's a right old scramble in there. Kevin Moore and Glenn Cockerell causing havoc. Corner again. The last minute of the first half. Can Southampton force it in? They didn't get the flick on, so it's... Oh, Butterworth involved in a scuffle with Dowie. And now the game threatening to get out of hand. It's always been on a knife edge, this. And Butterworth, who's been at the heart of it for Norwich, tangled with Dowie. And referee Ashby, who's booked 3 Southampton players already, has gone to his pocket again. The 2 captains called together for a call-it lecture. Cockerell with his back to us, and Culverhouse on the far side, Bowen rather, on the far side, were told there to cool it down. It's a corner. Ruddock! It's in! Southampton have taken the lead, and they all go to Neil Ruddock, who came in at the near post. What drama we've got here at Carrow Road. A barnstorming first half ends with Southampton's Neil Ruddock claiming the goal that puts them in the lead. Well, the corner curled in by Le Tissier, and Ruddock just squeezes that inside the near post. Southampton start the second half. They were in 2 FA Cup semi-finals in the 80s. 84 against Everton and 86 against Liverpool. Both were lost. Now they've got perhaps a chance of getting there again. They're 1-0 up. Newman for Norwich. Polston tries to find Rule Fox, who didn't get into the game over much in the first half, but he's in it now. And they've got Fleck coming up in the middle, and Goss, and Fox. Oh, and how did Sutton miss it? It's come out again to Woodthorpe, and there's the header against the bar, and Goss goes in, and Fleck, and there's an appeal for handball not given. And Norwich can't believe they haven't scored.
The permutation of semi-final venues is now settled. Sunderland will play Norwich and Hillsborough, kick-off 3:30, while Liverpool meet Portsmouth at Highbury, kick-off 12 noon.
Events in that penalty area. The cross by Woodthorpe. Another appeal for handball. Shearer. That's Fleck again. Ruddock on his knee. Fox. Wide again to Bowen. Sutton offside. Flags up. That would not have counted. Robert Fleck believes there was a handball against a Southampton player, Royal Fox came in first, drove it. Oh, deflection by a Southampton player, deceived Sutton. He couldn't be blamed for that. Then it was crossed again, and what happens here? The header against the crossbar by Goss, I think. Then it comes to Fleck. Was that handball, Neil Ruddock? Norwich thought it was. The referee said no. Letitia again. And off the ball stuff here. Letitia and Fleck. And there's trouble. There's real trouble here. Letitia had a go back at Fleck, who instigated it really. And the referee goes to his pocket, and if he saw what I think he saw, Letitia is in big bother. Referee Gerald Ashby, who booked 3 Southampton players before half-time, is now having to deal with Letitia. It's a red card. He goes off, and will that mean a ban from the semi-final if Southampton go through? Matt Letitia, back in the team tonight after serving a one-match suspension, is now off again. Woodthorpe. Swing across towards Butterworth. Cockrell clears, only as far as John Polston. Back in towards Sutton. Good header down. Newman! Great goal! Great goal! Rob Newman. Beautifully taken by the number 9, and well made too by Norwich City, whose supporters are delighted with the equaliser. Locked it in by John Polston from the back. Chris Sutton, a good header inside, but look at that on the volley from Rob Newman, a beauty which gave Tim Flowers no real chance, and Norwich City are back in the tie. 54 minutes gone when Newman equalises, and Southampton now up against it in more ways than one. Sutton, chances here perhaps. Oh, and he's played that one just over and wide. But Chris Sutton gets marks for setting up the opportunity, and he tried for the delicate, controlled finish, which is a lot for the nerve of a 19-year-old in a hectic cup tie. And I think you have to say, not that he missed, but what a goal it might have been. Just tried to plant it in that far corner, and it was so close. This is Coverhouse. Into Fox, little flick for Beckford. Back to Royal Fox. Might have shot then, decided not to. Beckford, Goss, Jeremy Goss. Couldn't dig it out. Couldn't scoop it out of that muddy penalty area. But it was a nice move between Fox and Beckford. And Jeremy Goss was following up, as all good midfield players should. But it was a bit of a scramble for him. This is Butterworth. It's really up to Norwich to make the extra man tell. Drives it forward towards Fox. It comes off Moore. Shearer. Beckford. Newman. Goss. Norwich trying to go wide. Bowen. Little ball in for Royal Fox. That's a good cross. Newman's there. Sutton! Good save by Flowers. Had to come, and did. And the crowd trying to raise Norwich's game again. Goss. Polston. Always been left on the ground by Horn, but play goes on. Here's Beckford! And there are bodies all over the pitch. What a physical game this is. Fox's cross, knocked up by Newman, and that's where the goalkeeper has to be decisive. Right off the head of Chris Sutton. Southampton are going to take off Jason Dodd, which they are indeed, and replace him with Jeff Kenner. Dodd is injured, and his replacement is an orthodox right back as well. It'll be Rule Fox with the corner for Norwich. Oh, and the shot somehow stayed out. And again the Southampton got bodies in the way. Extraordinary sequence of events again in the penalty area. Newman was so close to his second. Norwich trying to win it. Newman had his first effort blocked here, and then there was one almighty scramble. But it's a corner again to be taken by Fox. Away by Hurlock. Culverhouse. There goes Beckford. Goss. To Beckford! No! Anyway, I think a hand was used. Kevin Moore got the ball away from the line, but I have a feeling Beckford handled that. It's been crossed in by Jeremy Goss, helped on by Butterworth. Well, did he? I don't know. The hands went up for an appeal. A free kick was given. Holston. Short to Newman. It's a bit tight, this. But they've made something of it. Bowen. Butterworth. And again. Beckford. Butterworth. Fox. Beckford stretches. Fox. Rule Fox. Keeper did great. Great stop, really, by Tim Flowers, or interception rather, scrambling around 16 yards out. He scooped the ball away when Fox looked as though he might win it for Norwich in a cup tie that seems destined to go right to the wire. It's Norwich 1, Southampton 1. Le Tissier sent off, but the 10 men have forced extra time. Tim Flowers has had some high moments this season in goal for Southampton, especially in the FA Cup. And there, when some goalkeepers might have tripped the player, he took the ball. Forward by Polston. Horn put the foot in now. Barry Horn did what Le Tissier did earlier. He kicked out. In frustration, probably more than malice, but it's still a kick. And now Southampton in more trouble. They've already had Le Tissier shown the red card for something very similar. Now what's going to happen to Barry Horn? I think they may be down, unless they're careful, to 9 men. Yes! He's off as well. Whatever they may say about the provocation, you can't kick out. He was pulled, there's no doubt about that. He was pulled around. But there is a foot which the referee saw as stamping. And Horn goes off to join a procession of Southampton players who've been in trouble this season. And now, in extra time, they're down to 9 men. Red cards for Le Tissier and Horn mean that Ian Brandfoot's team have lost 2 players in the heat of this cup tie. The crowd urging them forward. Culverhouse. Crook. They've got 6-7 men up there. This is Butterworth. Fox with Bowen going down outside him at left back. Still Bowen. Beckford! Great save by Flowers. Or did Beckford put it too close to him? Either way, it looked like the goal that could have taken Norwich into the semi-final. Here's Crook. And away in relief by Shearer. Butterworth. Goss, Culverhouse, Goss goes again. And here's Goss once more, Culverhouse. Sutton on the far side, well placed. But again, Tim Flowers, who made a save a moment or two ago. This is Mark Bowen with the right foot cross. There's the Beckford header. Well, it was close to him, but he had to react nonetheless. Southampton will find it an achievement, I think, in this period to get very far into the Norwich half with any of their players. But they can possibly hang on for a penalty shootout. Here come Norwich trying to make that irrelevant. It's Fox. And the linesman is flagging, he's given a corner. Newman's there, it comes out to Ian Crook. It'll go back to Fox again. And Sutton and Beckford and Sutton! Surely Newman! How did they keep that out, Southampton? The goal line is having a charmed life against Rob Newman. Back it goes in again. It's a free kick anyway this time. Body's down again in the penalty area. Ruddock wasn't sure where it was either, and right along the line, look, I think it was Francis Benali that got the ball away. Colston. Number 12, Crook. He wants more movement up there. Here's some from Butterworth. Beckford. Goss! Jeremy Goss! Great save! And off the line again! How have they survived, Southampton? That might even have been Shearer back there helping out. Fox. And it's Crook. And it's wide. And I think Alan Shearer, number 9, Jeremy Goss had the first effort, that's true. But I think Shearer might even have been the man on the goal line to save Southampton yet again. Here's Goss. Didn't quite get good save, Flowers. Newman's there. And is that Shearer back there? I think it is. Well, whoever it was, they've survived. Goss. They've got 2 to his left. This is Bowen. Beckford. Goss. Oh, and the header by Sutton. It's gone in. It's there. Norwich City. Sutton. And they get off the bench in excitement. And the crowd are jubilant here. Well, it was an unusual goal in the end that got it. But perhaps it had to be something unorthodox. Bowen crossed the ball in. Beckford got there. Goss had a shot. And Sutton looped a header to the one place where Flowers couldn't get it. The keeper had his arm up for a kind of offside appeal. Jeremy Goss's shot miscued, and if he was offside, well, the referee has showed a yellow card. They're protesting again on the far side, and Cockerell, the captain, is booked. Dave Stringer knows they've got to play sensibly for a couple of minutes. We are, in fact, in the last minute of extra time. Goss. Fox has made a little run inside. Goss's shirt seemed to be pulled. We're in stoppage time at the end of extra time. The referee has checked with his linesman that time is up. And Norwich City are in the semi-final of the FA Cup for the second time in 4 seasons under David Stringer. And it was a long, hard way to get there, but they made it. And Chris Sutton, 19 years old, only a few days ago, will make the headlines not just in Norfolk tomorrow, but elsewhere as well, because his header in extra time gives Norwich victory over a Southampton team that hung on with 9 men, having been their own worst enemies really prior to that. We're in the lead at one stage in the game, but it's Norwich City who go to the semi-final. They go off to find out who their opponents will be, and if they find it's Sunderland, it'll be a repeat of the Milk Cup final of '85. Dave Stringer will be a popular man in Norfolk now. Norwich City 2, Southampton 1.